laundry day. So we, as drivers, got a huge email this week. Actually, the sun's really bright here. I'm gonna move my car. So we got a huge email, and I'm gonna get to that in just a second, but I want to conclude my last vlog. I don't think I had a strong conclusion to it, and it leads into this week's email. So the conclusion that I wanted to come to on my last vlog is Uber's update to our contract is basically them saying we're no longer paying you 20 to 25%. We're going to be paying you said rate, and essentially what it boils down to is they're taking a much larger cut of some of the trips. Some of the trips will be upwards of 40 to 50%. Others it'll be something we're more used to. But the new update is for a company that lost 2.8. The new update is for a company that lost $2.8 billion in 2016. So they're trying to nickel dime and try to come up with any method they can come up with to make more money. And the sum and substance of this newest email is they are taking a larger cut from the drivers. Now this route-based pricing, the upfront pricing is now just taking more from each driver. Which gets me into this week. This week they sent out an email. They are starting this new Zen, like they found themselves like 180 days of change. They want to do something so nice for the drivers. And before we can say Uber's doing a great thing, there's an article that I found on TechCrunch. And this article basically says that Uber's retention rate of new drivers is down 47% from like January to I think May of 2017. They're losing drivers, and they're losing drivers faster than ever before. So this 180 days of change, trying to make Uber sound like, oh, we're good guys now. And now we're going to do things like add in-app tipping. I'll go to the email here. In-app tipping, Quest trips, now any ride counts towards a Quest trip. So if you set your destination filter before, destination filter trips did not count towards Quest, now they do. Oh, big deal. I mean, it was silly that they didn't count before, because you only got 2 destination filters and you're basically filtering out trips. So I don't know why they never did. But okay, I'll give some credit to Uber. That's awesome. I didn't finish my train of thought on this 180 days of change. Uber's losing drivers rapidly. They're losing them faster than ever before. So they are now desperate. And so that's why you're seeing this 180 days of change. It's because Uber's desperate. They're a headless horseman of a company, as TechCrunch put it. They have no CEO, no COO, no CMO, and a bunch of other titles that are 3 initials that start with the letter C. So it is a good thing, but it's not because they're a good company. They are hemorrhaging drivers, and with user growth, you have to do something. So now they're kind of forced to do these nice things for us. So back to the action. But, you know, I don't think it's any coincidence either that this happens right after Travis Kalanick was fired from Uber. Now, I know what you're saying. He wasn't fired. It was his decision to leave, but was under pressure from the board. So the way I see it is he was fired. Actually, the real way I see it is his rating, his star rating as a CEO dropped below 4.6 stars. And, you know, they got him on the phone. They're like, hey, Travis, bad news. We're looking at your average star rating, and it's now below 4.6. So sorry, buddy. You're going to have to go. But I have some good news for Travis. It's not the end of the world. There's great fail-safe programs like unemployment, but a lot of people, it hurts their pride to have to go on unemployment. So what I'd recommend is you probably want to keep working. And what I tell my other unemployed friends is you can drive for Lyft. I mean, it's a great way to make money. And Travis, buddy, if you're still watching, just wait to the end of this video and I'll share my code. So, you can sign up, you'll get a bonus, I'll get a bonus. And look, you can always leave a comment if you have any questions about strategies in terms of driving for Lyft. But anyway, back to this 180 days of change email from Uber. So introducing in-app tipping. I'll throw it up on the screen here just so we can, so we're all on the same page. It's great to be on the same page, right? Okay, bam! And, okay, cool. We're now going to use this DU screen recorder. Cool. So going back to my email. Email. Okay. So, in-app tipping is coming. Another cool thing is 2-minute cancellation windows. So now you don't drive for 4.5 minutes and then for them to cancel a trip. You don't arrive at their destination and you sit there and wait for them. They cancel the trip. You're not wasting gas anymore. So it's a little things like that make you like Uber. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. I am like slightly more enamored with Uber now that they have added these things. Now that after 2 minutes, you will see in your app, you will see a little counter start, so you know you're getting paid for the trip. You're getting paid for the wait time. It would be nice if they would show you where the person is going so you can see if the driver app and Google are lined up in terms of the destination, or are lined up in terms of the navigation route. That would be nice. And also, little tip for Uber. I'm willing to wait longer if I see that it's a long trip. I'll cancel the trip after 5 minutes, but I'm more apt to wait longer. If I see a trip, I'm in Los Angeles and it's going down to Anaheim, I'll wait like 10 minutes. I'll wait 15 almost. But, I mean, obviously if it's going like 2 blocks down the street or a mile, whatever, I'm canceling after 5 minutes. But I think it's fair that after a couple minutes, Uber should show the driver where the passenger is going. So 180 days of change. The tips will start rolling out in Seattle, Minneapolis, and Houston first, but they should be everywhere by the end of July 2017. So very cool. Going to the link that they sent in the email. Great service deserves to be rewarded, which is a strong deviation from Uber's stance on tipping before. They've come out and said several different ways why they don't allow for tipping. The most recent one I can think of is they said that some passengers are racist and they don't tip as much as other races. But my personal thoughts have always been, if I was one of the races that was not tipped as well as another, I'd rather take little tips than no tips. I mean, that's just me. I can only speak on behalf of myself. Well, we're back home now. Unfortunately, my camera died in mid-vlog, so the linear course of edits of me getting back home fell short. It's now dark outside. But I just wanted to continue the thought on the tip option on Uber now. Passengers will now have the option to tip drivers. And I want to go to the information that Uber has on their website and talk about that. So you have to opt in to tips, which I think is ridiculously silly that you have to opt in to make more money, but these are the rules that Uber had and you have to play by them. So you will automatically get the option to opt in, and it will be a screen that says you can now accept tips through the app, and you have to accept tips. There's 2 options at the bottom of the screen you can click on. One says accept tips. The other says maybe later. Obviously, accept tips. Otherwise, what are you getting in your car and driving around for? You're not a charity. I would accept tips. So for some reason you don't get this prompt to opt into tips, you should get it by the end of July. If August 1st rolls around and you haven't seen this prompt, Uber should automatically force you to update your driver app. That's normal. But if you don't see this prompt by August 1st, update the app, then you should see it. If you still don't see it, then go to your settings, and there should be somewhere in the settings the option to accept tips. And let's hope that people start taking it. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and remember, you know the drill. Have a good night.